Hello, I'm Patricia Jacobs, and today we'll be talking about my lesson planning template. So, the content area that I chose was sociology. The actual topic in sociology that I decided to go with would be social stratification and inequality. So, as far as the objectives, so would be basically, or excuse me, I would be basically explaining the content of social stratification and its significance in society, identifying the different forms of society inequality, such as the economic system that we have, um, inequalities that people face for racial reasons and also gender based reasons. We'll also analyze how social instructional, how social institutions contribute to maintaining stratification. So for the anticipatory set, so basically I would want to show my students a short video, of something revolving around income inequality, basically to get students' minds to kind of flowing, get them to thinking about certain things and how society and how everything as a whole that everyone does, how it can affect um, social stratification and inequality for everyone. And so then I would ask questions for the students, such things as, what did you notice about the wealth distribution in this video, and how does this compare to what you see in your own community? For instructional strategies, I would use direct instruction, collaborative learning, and class discussions. So in direct instruction, I'd basically go over lectures, most likely PowerPoints, hitting, the main focal points in social stratification so they can get a understanding on exactly what it means and what it looks like. As far as collaborative learning, I would want to put my students into small groups and for problem-based learning activities where they would analyze real-world examples of inequality in education, healthcare, or employment. I would let that be up to their choosing on what that they would like to, talk about. And as far as class discussion, I would facilitate a discussion where each group shares their findings, encouraging others to ask questions or add insights on, things that they may know about certain things as far as, in the healthcare, education, and employment areas when it's revolving social stratification, inequality. So then next we'll talk about, the learning and engagement activities. So activity description. So I'd want to divide the class up into two separate groups, one arguing that social mobility is highly attainable in society, and the other arguing that it is largely constrained by structural factors. In each group that have a time limit between 10-15 minutes to prepare using data from class readings and external sources such as the online library, credited sources, whether that be news articles, articles that were written by different people that have content to basically back their theories up, or also being able to use certain websites that are accredited or reliable. Then next we would use the online classroom adaptation. So we could use virtual breakout rooms for group participation, followed by a live debate session using tools such as Zoom or Google Meet. So this debate could be recorded, for further review if students want to go back and look at each other's responses, or kind of have more time to grasp, or maybe really get to thinking about what somebody else might have said, or even something that they might have said. As far as assessments, I would like to use formative assessments. So in this form, it would be basically like a reflection journal where students must, answer the question, how does social stratification impact opportunities in society? So I would want that to be in at least one paragraph, response and have it turned in by the end of class. So that way I can actually look back and see if they are grasping and completely understanding exactly what social stratification is and how it, affects others in communities. For the differentiation strategies, so I would want to make sure that I provide a written handout summarizing key points from the lecture for students who need visual support, offer alternative assessment formats such as allowing students to create short videos or audio recordings of their reflection if the writing is a little more challenging for them, and also having groups of students with varying skill levels to ensure that peers are learning and have the support that they need. So basically, for closure, so I would want to end with a summary of key points from the discussion and ask students to share one takeaway from the classroom and encourage students to think about these concepts and apply them to their lives and communities.